Biochar is the product of burning any biomass in a lack of or minimal amount of oxygen in a high temperature. This bed here, we did biochar compost and mineral balancing. This bed here was just biochar and compost, and this bed here was native soil. The foliage, the plants are so much more healthy and vibrant and tasty. I can attest that they're very tasty. We take the biochar, put it in with the compost. When the compost, it's co-composting, it creates this a healthy soil environment for microbes, mycelia, bacteria. It's like a microbe condominium. In composting, I personally use it at home in my compost because the nutrients, the greenhouse gases that would normally get emitted during composting process get absorbed by the biochar. Roger has now blended co-composted biochar with washed dairy manure. And this has been sitting here this winter. It's ready to go in soil. Roger's going to start marketing it this year. This is an excellent soil amendment. It has all the nutrients that one would need for a growing environment. So when one puts nutrients in a soil, whether it's in a potted environment or in a field, a lot of the nutrients, the fertilizers that one put in, they will leach away. The biochar, because of its structure and it's negatively charged, there is an absorption of those nutrients to the biochar. So they make it more readily available to the plants. And so this trial that we're conducting here is using biochar in containers in a greenhouse. We are giving the biochar plants half the moisture, half the water, and less than half nutrients. This is the control, and the ones with the red flag is the biochar. They're very similar. In this biochar, they've harvested 11, and in the control, they've only harvested 1. This is biochar being used in a stormwater treatment system. The Port of Port Townsend had an issue with releasing zinc and copper with the Department of Ecology. You can see the water comes in off the roof. It comes into one of these totes. This tote then separates the water, and through this, the storm water from the roof goes down into this tote, which is filled with approximately 1 cubic yard of biochar. It discharges out here and discharges into the stormwater system. It then it's removed from 4,500 parts per billion or so down to less than 10, which brings it completely in compliance with the Department of Ecology. At my home, I have a 3-gallon pail under my kitchen sink, which especially this time of year can get very smelly. I sprinkle in a little bit of biochar every time I put in some more material. That 3-gallon bucket never smells anymore. And in my compost pile, the worms just love it. I mean, that compost pile is just full of worms and just full of life.